Foodie Beauty, noted cheese enthusiast and cat botherer, may have gotten herself detained by Syrian forces on a road known as the Highway of Death. If this is true, then Foodie Beauty is on a hot streak of hot water in the Middle East, the likes of which we've never seen before, in Gorlworld and maybe even YouTube at large. But first, let's recap. After an impulsive catnapping in Kuwait, everyone's favourite cannonball-shaped Canadian fled back to her homeland and tried to adopt another cat in an apartment that doesn't allow pets. She was kicked out and lived out of the passenger seat of a rented car until, all of a sudden, she disappeared. Meanwhile, her husband and notorious fecal fancier, Salah, also fled to his own homeland. Foodie Beauty, this past Tuesday, went live, and guess where she was? That's right, she was in Syria, with Salah. Gorlworld collectively lost their shit. Foodie insisted that Syria was lovely, and safe and fine, and misrepresented in Western media, which was slightly undermined when Salah talked about watching missiles flying over their building a few days prior.
Look at the sky, you see the missiles and the sound of the aircrafts going to bombing the other.
And that brings us to Foodie's last known whereabouts, travelling along a road called the M5, also known as the Highway of Death, due to the regular battles between rebels and loyalist forces, heading towards Jordan. At around the 7-minute mark of her livestream, the stream begins to artifact and eventually cuts out completely. And that's it. That's the last we've heard from Chantal. Currently, Kiwi farms and other forums are gathering information, with one user noting that the Syrian authorities do have technology that would be able to detect and track an unauthorized live stream from a foreign device, which, given the unstable climate of Syria at the moment, doesn't bode well for Chantal. Is it possible she's been detained under suspicion of spying? One user noted that Chantal and Salah's Guffmobile passed a convoy of trucks during the 11-minute live stream, which could have been a protected fleet under monitoring. Would they see Foodie as a threat? If those trucks were carrying burgers, I'd say absolutely. Foodie's biggest problem at the moment is that when she does get into trouble, she may not have anyone to help. Canada not only doesn't have an embassy in Syria, but they also can't intervene if they don't know where she is. Her last known location would be Lebanon, as that's where she booked a flight to, and she made her way across the borders by land, presumably skirting checkpoints and customs. So at the moment, Foodie Beauty is both off the grid and off her rocker, blobbing around a war-torn city like some sort of ominous cryptid, blending into the locals like a bowling ball in a bag of marbles. Okay, wait. Breaking news here on the BBC, that's the bariatric broadcast company. It appears Chantal is at least alive, as she has replied to a comment on her channel. So I suppose panic over? At least the suspense is lifted now, and Teardrop can take the noose down off the crossbeam. All we can do now is await the Queen Bee's return, and wonder which devastated, unstable war zone she'll turn up in next.